Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Lynn Life on this beautiful morning. Today's video is dedicated to the fathers out there, so let's get going. My name is Jonathan, and I'm a caregiver for my wife Lynn, who has a permanent brain injury. Things are a bit different now, but we're doing the best that we can. Join us as we experience the Lynn Life. I'm shooting this on June 14th, which is actually was my parents' wedding anniversary. I'm trying to think. They were married on June 14th, 1952. And I'm the oldest sibling in my family. So they were married for like 9 years before I was born. They had quite a life. Before kids, and they enjoyed sports cars. They were really into sport. They belonged to a sports car club, and they enjoyed rally racing and going to regular sports car racing events and participating in those, and they had a good time. Then I came along and everything changed, including the sports cars. They had when I was born, they had an Austin Healey, and it was their second Austin Healey, and they eventually had to get rid of that, and they got a Sunbeam Alpine, which had sort of a little shelf in the back behind the two front seats. And they used to wedge my bassinet in there. And that's how I rode. Sometimes with the top down, looking up at the sky, laying in my bassinet. It was a different age back then. But nonetheless, my dad, became a father, and things changed, and he went along, and they were very happy to have children. My sisters followed in the years after, and not too much longer. And we were all born in the early 60s. And I'm sure anybody that knew my dad will tell you he was a very good man. A very, very good man. And got involved a lot in the community, and he was the justice of the peace in the town, as well as the town's historian, and a number of other things. He was involved in the library and all kinds of different things. And he was a good dad. He was a very good dad. Got involved with things with me, taught me a lot, and made me who I am. Obviously my mother had an involvement too, but when this video comes out, it's Father's Day, so we're devoting this to Father's Day. So we're going to talk about him, we're going to talk about myself, and fathers in general. So my father was born on December 3rd, 1925. He turned 18 in December of 1943 and was drafted into the Army in the spring of 1944 during the D-Day invasion. So he missed that. But he went into the Army, and something he was proud of, that he was a World War II veteran. He was in an armored division. He was a gunner. or a cannoneer, it said on his card. We still have some of that stuff. It said cannoneer. And after the war, he went to art school in New York City on the GI Bill, paid for it. His parents had no money. They lived in a rural area in New York State. So the GI Bill enabled him to get an education. And he stayed in New York City and started working in the advertising industry. Eventually became an art director at an art studio. That's what he was doing when I was a little kid. And then we got out of the city. We lived in Long Island. He worked in Manhattan, and decided that it would be better if we could get out of the city. He also didn't like what he called the rat race. He would have to drive to the train station, hop on a train, take the train into Manhattan, then get a subway and take that to closer to where he worked, and it was a hassle. Sometimes trains would be canceled. It was always busy, and it was difficult getting home as well. And the job itself was a bit stressful. So, and I wasn't real happy with the school systems that I had already been in. My sister Sue was about to get in, and my sister Jennifer was not yet in. So I decided to get out, and they moved upstate to a rural area, similar to an area that he grew up in, and began a new life there. And he worked for the state university, and never regretted it. Much less money. Much less money. I think he took a salary that was half the salary he'd made in Manhattan. Of course, the cost of living was less, so you can get along on a lot less money. So all along the way, all these things that happened were lessons, became lessons for me, and because he talked to me about it, decisions you have to make as a parent. The school systems was a big part of it, and I think they made a good decision. And I got to have this very interesting cross section. I remember my life on Long Island, living in and going into New York City on occasion, and living in the suburbs of New York City. And totally different life than the life I had later, growing up in the very rural foothills of the Catskills in the country. And I enjoyed both. So I'm glad I had that experience. And many of the life lessons I had learned from my father, I've passed on to my son, Justin. And Lynn and I were also married for quite a while before we had Justin. We were married in 1993. We didn't have Justin until 1999. So it was like 6 years that we were married before we had Justin. So we had a life without kids first, but we were very happy, and we were older. I was 38 when Justin was born. So we were more than ready at that point. So I was excited to be able to be a dad like my father was, and to pass some of the same things on to him that my father had passed on to me. So it was good, and I know my father did a good job with me. There were some things, I had some difficult periods, I gave them you know, a run for their money for a while, you know, after high school and college and all that. But Justin, on the other hand, ooh, it's really getting windy here. My canopy's blowing around. Justin, on the other hand, really hasn't given me much trouble at all. He's a pretty mellow, even-keeled kid, you know. It was different when, you know where he gave me a run for the money is when he was younger. When he was young, from when he was about 3 right on to maybe 15, 16, somewhere in there. Right up until then, he kind of gave me a run for the money then. So we all have our challenges, right? All dads do. But yeah, I mean, Father's Day. Wow, I've been a dad for over 25 years now. Wow. Wow. Yeah, my father would have been, he passed away when he was 88. Yeah, and this year, he would turn 99 this year. Would have turned 99 this coming year. This December, he would have been 99. So, yeah, fatherhood. God bless you guys out there, you other fathers. Happy Father's Day. Hopefully you're doing something special. Not sure what we're doing. I'm not asking for anything, but I did say if it's a nice day, I'd like to smoke some meat on my smoker. That's what I want to do. And I'm not sure what I'm going to smoke, but I think I need to make that decision today. Today's Friday. I need to make that decision so I can go pick up the meat from the butcher. I kind of like to cook some beef, smoke some beef, but smoked brisket is so expensive. I'm like, I don't want to experiment on a $90 piece of meat. So maybe I can find something else. If not, I'll go to chicken or pork. I'm very good at smoking chicken. I'm real good at that. So we'll do something like that, and we'll cook up some sides. I just want to be able to spend time with the family. Justin and I were out doing some errands yesterday, and we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts, and he bought me an iced coffee. He said, "Here, Dad, I'll buy it for you for Father's Day." Okay, I'll do that. I'll accept that. So I enjoy doing projects with Justin, and I think he enjoys doing them with me. And we're working on a project in the front of the house on our front porch. But yeah, I'm glad I'm a dad. I'm real glad I'm a dad. I'm proud of my son. And so is Lynn. So I don't think I have a whole lot more to tell you. I got some things coming up next week. Should be next week. I'll be doing sort of a different video than I've been doing. I had no idea what I was going to do this week. I only decided this morning that I would dedicate this one to Father's Day when I realized the video would be coming out on Father's Day. And I'm out on the patio now. It's in the morning. I wanted to do this now. First thing, because my neighbors are working on the fence over here, and it's going to be making some noise later. And so I need to get this done now. Lynn is doing good. Quick update. Lynn is doing well. She's inside resting now. Or maybe she's getting a shower now. I think she's in the shower with her aide. Her aide's not in the shower, just Lynn's in the shower. The aide's giving her, helping her with her shower. So, be sure to hit like. you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the Lindland.